Georgetown. My name is Trinity. I'm a sophomore in the college and I am coming to you from Southern California. And for today, I just wanted to share with you all everything that I've learned so far since we have been doing virtual learning at Georgetown. So without further ado, let's get into the top 5 things that I've learned. So the first thing I've learned is that it is really essential and really difficult to create a routine for yourself since we are just doing virtual learning. You know, we're just jumping on Zoom, rolling out of bed, getting onto our laptops and doing basically everything there. It is important to create a routine. I was just so used to waking up, getting ready in the morning, heading out of my dorm and walking to whatever class I had, but now all of those factors have been eliminated, but it is still important for me to create a routine that I can adhere to and that I can stick to almost for most of the week, even though that is not possible all the time because as college students, of course, we have to stay up later sometimes we have to wake up a little bit earlier. It is important to create a routine that you can adhere to and that you can stick to for most of the week. The second thing that I've realized / learned is that actually going outside and finding time to be active is actually very, very important since we are on our laptops all day, on our cell phones all day, checking Canvas, checking our emails, doing assignments, watching lectures, attending lectures. It is important to get off of our screens and actually go enjoy the outside. Do kind of try to find time here and there, maybe to just sit outside for 10 minutes, just to get up and be active, or to just do stretches at home from YouTube, or do an indoor at-home workout. There are so many YouTube videos and so many YouTube channels that do indoor workouts that require no equipment or anything like that. I know it can be really hard to get up, get off our laptops, get off our computers, and go be active, but I think in the long run, it better serves me personally and it helps me stay focused and in line with what I need to do for the rest of the week. The third lesson that I've learned while doing school online is that my sleep schedule is more important than ever now. Like I said, since we are not on our regular schedules, we're not going from class to class, we're not meeting up with friends in the dining hall, we're not doing this and going there all the time. It is kind of difficult to get the lines blurred between going to sleep or just staying up and doing work and everything like that, since everything's all in one space. But I think that it is very important and very pertinent that we get the right amount of sleep that we need, because even if we're doing school online, that does not mean that it is easier to pay attention. Maybe it might be for some people, but for me personally, I find it harder to pay attention during online classes than it is in person. So I've just been trying to set a sleep schedule for myself. Some nights I definitely don't adhere to it, but for the most part, I try to not use my phone at least 15 minutes before I go to bed, even though that is very difficult for me. I think I tried it for a week once and it actually really helped and benefited my sleep. Since we are on technology every day, all day, every day, it is best to kind of just shut it off right before you go to bed so you can turn your brain off and so your brain can have a peaceful sleep. The fourth lesson I've learned while doing online learning is that it is really crucial and important to connect with your classmates and to connect with your professors. I was just used to going in class, sitting next to people, chatting people up, talking to my professor after class, but all of that in-person interaction has been eliminated, so we have to get more creative and a little bit more assertive with forming those new relationships, whether that's just going to your professor's office hours or meeting with your TAs once in a while. Even if you don't really need help on anything, I find just going to say hi to the professor, let them know who you are, just talk to them a little bit so they know that you are a student in their class. I think that is very helpful. And also just when you go into breakout rooms in Zoom, you know, just don't talk to people about, you know, the assignment or the question you were posed. Maybe just get to know people a little bit more, ask people where they're Zooming from, ask people, you know, how their classes are going so far or what classes they're taking or anything like that, and just to chat people up, even if we're not necessarily talking about the assignment. And the fifth lesson that I've learned while doing school online, which I think is the most important lesson, is that it is okay and it is totally fine to feel overwhelmed sometimes. I know the past couple weeks that I've definitely felt overwhelmed just going into the semester, knowing that it would be completely different and nothing would really be the same was kind of hard for me to, you know, come to terms with. But I think that a lot of students are feeling the same thing. Everybody is trying to get used to this new format. It is totally normal and totally fine to feel overwhelmed sometimes, and whenever I do, I just like to, you know, talk to a friend or reach out to my professor, just somebody who I know has my best interest and, you know, will be there with me through the tough times. And the Georgetown community community is just so understanding and so helpful. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, you can reach out to someone in the Georgetown community, and like rest assured, they will be there for you 100%. So those are all the lessons that I've learned so far from doing school online, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn way more lessons as the semester goes on, but those are just the top 5 I wanted to share with you today.